The topic I found most relevant for myself this semester was budgeting. This is something my parents have been trying to convince me to do for a while, but every time I make a budget, I tend to just forget about it, especially since I don't generally have a set long-term income or many monthly payments that I need to keep track of. So my spending typically varies a lot month to month. What I learned about budgets is that they're a guide. While it's best to stick to them as closely as possible, if you need to spend more than you had originally budgeted in one category, you can always spend less in another, or even take that difference from your excess, which is the leftover money that you have after you've spent all the money that you put into your planned budget. So one thing that stood out from learning about budgets is the acronym for major budget busters, which are things that ruin your budget and can lead you to spending more than you should. So that acronym is LIFE. The L stands for listed expenses that are underestimated. I tend to make my budget based on what I wish I would spend, which is usually far less than I actually spend, just because, I'd like to save as much money as possible, but I'm not always able to do that. So I is for impulse buying, which is usually the reason that I underestimate my expenses. I see things that I like, or I see things on sale, and I think, oh, well, it's on sale, I should get it now. I might need it later, and then usually don't actually need it, end up needing it later. So F stands for forgotten bills, such as annual expenses, which hasn't had much effect on me, but now that I have loans taken out and I'll be paying for more things like car insurance and rent, I might fall into this sort of trap. Finally, E is for emergencies, like car repairs or roof repairs. I like to think that nothing could ever go wrong, telling myself things like, I'm a safe driver, I couldn't possibly get in a car accident, when in actuality, something like that could happen to anyone, which could in turn add quite a bit to my expenses. As a future urban educator hoping to teach in Chicago public schools, it's safe to say I won't be making a 6-digit salary or anything close to that. So budgeting is something I really need to get down. It's something I need to take seriously for my livelihood and the livelihood of any future family that I might have. So after this section of this course, I feel that I'm able to make a budget on my own that is realistic to the expenses I have in my life, and I now feel equipped to stick to that budget with my new understanding of the importance and relevance of having a budget that matches my lifestyle.